Hi, guys. I hope you guys had a blessed Wednesday. I'm just getting in from Bible study, so I had to stop by China King and get me and Mysteria some food. She just left out with the niece, and they're going to do some shopping for some veggies to do like juicing and stuff like that. But we got the chicken wings, and I love my beef lo mein. So let me say my prayers and get to eating because I have an early morning. Yes, I do. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing us to see another day. Thank you for another blessed day with all of our loved ones. Thank you for blessing me to make it to Bible study today. A great learning experience every time. Thank you for this meal that I'm about to receive and nourish me in my body. In your Son Christ Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, I forgot my study paper in the car, but we're on the book of Proverbs. Basically, um, telling us about. I'm having brain farts right now. It's bad. We're actually in 26 through 28 chapter, speaking upon the wise, ignorance, foolishness, um, responding to foolishness, like while somebody's trying to argue with you, it's better. It's basically saying that it's better for you to just not respond to it or not feed into the foolishness that the other person is doing, which is true. It's true. I've done it. I've tried to ignore the foolishness in an argument and tried to avoid it. And, you know, people like to say certain things to push your buttons. And I can't lie because I've done that. I've done that not just to, as far as arguing, but I knew certain things that I said would add fuel to the fire. And I've been guilty of that. I'm not going to lie about that. But yes, everybody is a learning in progress, you know. But it's just the point of, are you gonna argue just to argue, or would you rather talk, communicate, you know, get to the point of fixing the situation, and then go from there? But it's like these days, people get upset. They feel like they're talking out the situation, but yet they're making themselves angrier because they're yelling. Their emotions are involved, feelings are involved, and because you're not yelling back with them, you don't care. So it seems to them, it makes them angrier, and who knows where that leads to. It can become physical. It can become, a bigger argument where, you finally just blow up because you're sick of it. Don't let it get to that point. I've been there. Don't let it get to that point. It's never the route to take. Anybody that tells you, or if you don't argue back with me, that means you don't love me because you're not fighting for our relationship. That's so not true. That is so not true. It is clearly saying it in the Bible. Sitting there arguing back with somebody who is being foolish, that's something that you shouldn't do. So all of those times where I kept quiet, or I opened my mouth while I was upset, being quiet was the best thing for me to do. But when you have people that think like the ones who feel like if we're arguing and we're fighting, that's love, because that means we're fighting for our relationship. In all honesty, those are the type of people you need to stay away from. Those are the type of people you need to stay away from, because they're a ticking time bomb and they're waiting to explode on you. And I'm telling you guys this from experience. You can get mad or get in your feelings about it. If this is offensive to someone, it's just the truth. It's ridiculous. Like, who prefers to sit there and argue and keep making themselves even more angry over, okay, listen, I'm gonna go take a walk, calm down, let you calm down, and let's try to have this conversation in a calmly manner. If you get to the point where you're so upset where you even have to get to that point where you feel like you need to calm down and go take a walk, that's when you got to start asking yourself, is all of this worth it? And before it gets to that point, just think, should I walk away? If I try to walk away, is it going to be good for me to walk away? I just seen this girl on live on Facebook. I kid you guys not. You probably seen the video going around. She's in the car. She's in the passenger seat. The girl is like getting choked out by her boyfriend, I guess he was. I don't know if he was her child's father. He was in the back seat reaching up in the front. She's like, let me go, let me go. You know, she was like, you choking me. He was, you know, cussing at her and all this and that. The whole time, this man got a full-blown machine gun in his pants. So he finally lets her go, and she's like, I guess he's telling her that she put in her friend in their business or whatever. And the girl that's videoing, like, she's just sitting there with her phone. She got her hoodie on. Maybe you guys have seen this video. It just recently surfaced on my Facebook. And I'm like, first of all, why haven't either one of you guys called the police? You know what I mean? It's hard, especially if that person is sitting right there, you know, they're behind you. But as soon as they both got out the car, I would have been on the phone with the police. And she's pointing the camera at him, so, you know, and which is smart, while he wasn't looking, arguing with his girlfriend, or again, whoever the girl was. I would have been on the phone calling 911. My life is in jeopardy. This man pulled out a machine gun. I'm sitting at work yesterday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday. I'm sitting at work, and I'm like quenched up because I'm shaking, because that's a scary situation to be put in. And I'm looking at this girl. She's like, if something happens to me, I want you guys to know that he did it. Okay? Soon as I would have said that part, I would have hung up, or I would have called 911 like I told my coworker and my niece. I said I would have called 911, been on the phone with 911, and then you can still pull up Facebook or any social media while you're on a phone call and still record whatever it is that you need to record. So that was crazy. So like, him and the other chick were like way back away from the car. He's yelling at her, telling her she's not finna move the car, so on and so forth. And the girl is in the car still recording them. He pulls out a machine gun. He was like, nobody's gonna go nowhere. I'll shoot this up. First of all, if that's the case, I would have got out the car. Get out the car. If he want to take his car, if that's his car, I didn't really understand the situation. But if that was his car, get out the car. Why are you still sitting in harm's way? Is what I didn't understand. But he started telling, he was screaming something at her through the window. Then he walked back over to the girl. Then he came back to the car. He was pointing the gun at the car. Then, you know, she, the one that was recording, she was in so much fear. By then, she started locking the doors, and he was like, open the door. And he took something and tried to bust the window with it the first time. So she's like screaming. She climbed to the back seat of the car because he looked like he was about to shoot up the car. I'm like, oh my God, I am not witnessing this right now. Like, this is completely crazy. So by then, I don't know how the other girl got back in the car without him holding on to the door, keeping her from getting in the car. But she was like, you tripping. If you loved me, you wouldn't be doing this. You always doing this. Da 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 da. He's always doing that, then that's crazy. Hello, Erica. And so by then, I'm talking about this situation that I seen on my Facebook where this girl went live because her life was in jeopardy due to her friend or whoever the girl was and arguing with her boyfriend. And he pulled out a machine gun on him and all this and that. And you could tell the girl was scared. Like, she was shaking. The camera was like this. She was shaking. And she started crying. She's like, oh my God. You know, she locked the door, went to the back seat. And I'm like, why haven't she put this camera down or put her phone, like, call 911? You can still record while you're on the phone call. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So, yeah. So the other girl who the guy was fighting with and didn't want her to have the chicken in their car or whatever the case was, she got back in the car and closed the door, and I guess she locked the door, and the one who was recording got back in the passenger seat. So by now she's like shaking and she's scared, she's crying, and he's like, open the door, y'all not finna move this car, I shoot this car up. Like, he's literally holding a machine gun. And he's like, I'm telling you, y'all better don't move the car and all this. Like, that right there? Oh, no, honey. No, 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 no. Let alone me being in that type of relationship, but I'm dragging somebody else in it with me. Like, I can't deal with people like that or even consider having a friend like that, because now this other person who has nothing to do with y'all relationship, her life is in jeopardy. Your boyfriend is threatened to shoot up a car that I'm in as your friend. Like, no, that's definitely not gonna happen. It just not gonna happen. So the whole time, like, she's yelling through the window, the girlfriend pushes the OnStar in the car. So she's talking to somebody through the OnStar. So he hears the person that the girl is talking to on the OnStar. And I guess he asked her, like, oh, so you calling the police? You're threatening to shoot up a car that we're sitting inside of. When did you not think that we weren't going to call authorities just in case they're going to find our bodies? Like, I'm not talking about me in general, but I'm just speaking as if I was in that situation. God forbid I'm ever in that situation. But I didn't understand. Like, everybody's like, why did neither one of them call the police? Like, at least have somebody on the way just in case y'all get hit with a bullet or something. But you never know how your reaction will be in a situation, so I can't speak for them. But, you know, I've had someone that I love dearly in that type of situation. I just lost a cousin, you know, to her husband last month in that similar situation, you know, where he killed her, you know, and it breaks my heart, you know what I mean, because people don't understand, you know, it's situations like that happens every day all over the world. Yeah, thank you. And I mean, to know that people are in those type of situations and, like, they don't know in their head that it's not safe. That's not a real man. You know what I mean? Like, a real man, for number one, is not going to put his hand on a woman, period. Now it's different. I understand you got some females that can be abusive, and a guy eventually is going to get tired of you hitting on him, and he's going to hit you one good time, and it's going to be it. I'm not speaking on them, but for a guy to just get into his feelings or whatever the case is, and then just knocks you out to the floor because you're ignoring him or you don't argue with him, like those are the type of people that I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep myself away from. I got out of a situation and I'm trying to keep it that way. But when I saw this, live, and I'm thinking like, okay, are they acting? No, that video was not a joke at all. This girl was crying, she was screaming, he's pointing the gun at her. She's climbing from the front seat to the back seat because he's threatening to shoot the car up. He eventually busts the window and starts grabbing the girlfriend like by her neck, trying to pull her through the window, and she was trying to crank up the car, and then I think she had her foot on the gas in reverse, and I mean, like, it was, oh my god, it was crazy. And my coworker was like, what are you watching? And I'm like, oh my, like, I couldn't really respond to him during the time of the video because my mouth is dropped open but my body is shaking. You know what I mean? Because I'm it's like a flashback mode almost. And I'm like, so the girlfriend of this idiot, she was saying, she keeps saying to him, you don't love me, you don't love me, you doing this, no, like he's cussing her out, they're tussling while he's leaning in the car, like pulling her, like it's crazy. That's what I said. The girl in the passenger seat was the one who was on live, and she was like, once they got out the car from the first part of it, she turned the camera to her. She was like, if something happens to me, I want you guys to know that it was him. He did it. You could have been on the phone with the police and recording him at the same time. It doesn't matter what phone you have, you're supposed to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Whether it was Snapchat, whether it was Facebook, whether it was Instagram, and you wanted to get just a little picture of him or whatever, you could have did that while you were on the phone with the police. Like, all the comments from that video was saying, y'all are crazy. Or, the girl is stupid because obviously she don't care that her life is in danger. Nobody called the police. That's, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And I'm sitting here, I don't know how old the video is. It looked recent though, because it was like such and such went live, and usually when you go live on Facebook, it tells you how long ago that a person went live, whether it was yesterday, whether it was 2 hours ago, whether it was a week ago. So I think it was recent, and people are, of course, are sharing it. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Like, I was getting ready to leave work before when I saw that, and that just, it had my mind in like a whole nother stage. I was like, am I really witnessing this right now? Like, that's crazy, right? Oh, thank you. China, which one is it? I always get them mixed up. China King on, they say Danny Drive, but it's off of 6 Mile Cypress in Fort Myers. I got the wings and the lo mein. The beef lo mein. So good. So good. And I forgot my napkin. It's another video out there where this girl, have you seen it? It's on Facebook. The girl goes to Atlanta by herself for her birthday. She goes in the club. She's asking, I guess all the guys in there for drinks, for a birthday present or whatever, to buy her a drink. I guess she got real drunk or they put something in her drink. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because it's so depressing. some of the things these people do, it's like, wow. And you post this. But on that one, right. Not by myself now. I got my little friend with me by my side now. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, being in my city and being that I have been a security guard before, like just seeing how some of these females carry themselves. And first of all, you going into the club with heels on that you can barely walk in. Then you have the audacity to go in there and get drunk. Why are you drinking with heels on that you could barely walk in when you came in sober? That makes sense? Okay, whatever. But I don't see myself doing it. I drink, I sip. Oh, I'm way down in Florida, sweetheart. Way down in Florida. But I just, no. But I don't know where the girl is from who went to Atlanta, but she was on live on Facebook getting raped in one of the clubs. Like, she was, I don't know if she was holding the phone. People were standing around her holding their phone. Do you hear me? Holding their phone, watching her get raped. She got on this short dress, looked like a shirt. I don't know if she had on panties. And oh yeah, that's my customers from the beach are like, oh my God, I love you. Right now it's been raining. It's been raining down here. But everybody that is down here on their spring break, they're like, oh my God, I could still deal with you guys' weather. It's so cold. It's negative this and 40 degrees and 50 degrees. I'm like, I would never make it. But that's crazy. Y'all are ladies. Like, I feel like if I'm going to go out and drink, I'm going to surround myself with people that I know and trust. That was her first mess up. Why would you go to a club out of town by yourself, half naked, getting drinks from people? That's the first thing your parents tell you. If they tell you not to leave your drink unattended, why would you get a drink from somebody that's bringing it to you? Common sense. I don't understand that. But she's holding the camera. He's behind her. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Make sure the top is on it, honey. I don't drink beer, but hey, to each his own. Might be safer, but still, if I'm a drink, I never drink to where I get drunk or I can't control myself. I don't see myself doing that, because honestly, like, us being women, I think it's unladylike, because it's already the point that we have to watch out for ourselves from getting attacked or getting raped, but we're helping them, attack us easier by us not, being fully sober, to know what's going on in our surroundings. But thank God, she was recording. She was on live. And she's like, he got her linked over a chair or something. So he's like raping her. And she's like so intoxicated. I don't know if they drugged her or what. You can see it in her face. She's like, help me. Help me. Like, she can barely talk. And he's just back there doing his thing and having a good old time. And people are standing around them recording. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, nobody's going to say nothing. Where's the inside club security? The club where I did security at, we had security inside and outside. And our security guards were walking around inside the club. I couldn't stand the loud music, so I was always at the door. But not only was he raping her inside the club while people were recording, he lifted her up and walked through the crowd, walked her outside the club with all of her private parts showing, put her in the back of the car, and started raping her again. Why are you by yourself? This day and age, unless you going somewhere where you feel like you're safe and you know nothing is gonna go down and you got somebody there to, be like that designated person for you. Why are you out there getting all type of drinks bought for you and you ain't paying attention to yourself, your surroundings? That's right. But she better be glad, because I don't know if they had cameras, but he ended up getting arrested. I don't know if he's still in jail, but they did arrest him. He's in jail. It was Marcus something, either Marcus Williams or something, but you can probably like pull it up on Google or something like that. But he did get arrested. Like, he's having a good old time. He's showing his face in the camera and everything. Like, it's crazy. Her boobs are hanging out. Her butt is hanging out. All of her grown woman stuff is hanging out. You walk past with this girl on your shoulder, like they're showing her on his shoulder, walking past, out the door, past security, everything. So it showed her on Instagram where she's suing the club because she was saying that it should have been security, more security in the club, which is true. But they also didn't tell you to be in there, asking everybody for drinks. And I don't know, that's crazy. I can't. It was just upsetting watching it, because it's like, really? That's what we do these days? Like, you that lame that you can't get her while she's sober? Like, you want to take it from her while she's drugged or intoxicated? But then when we holler rape, oh, I didn't rape you. You act like somebody raped you. They get defensive. Why are you getting defensive? You wasn't doing that when you was raping this person. And you got the audacity to get mad? Why? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it. And everything is being put on social media. Really? Like, he's having it, like he was behind her doing his whole rope dance like he was riding a cowboy. And I'm like, I'm thinking it's a joke the whole time, until they show him carrying her out the club, all the good stuff showing. He ain't try to cover up her booty or none of that. And then went to the car to finish in the back seat, and they're still recording. That's wow. Wow. I was amazed. I was like, that makes no sense at all. But, well, hopefully she get justice. But, if only y'all can see her face. Right. We'll see how it goes. Exactly. And I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was at a friend's house when his sister came, and she was like, this girl is in the club. They must have drugged her or something, because she's on live getting raped, like almost in the middle of the club. It's like they pulled the stool and put it like almost in the middle of the club, and he's doing his thing, and you can see like everybody standing around that was in that area. They got their phone and they're recording him while he's acting a donkey, helping himself. What? Right. Exactly. I was like, these people, They're crazy. I don't understand. You have to pray for them for real. But number one, they just better be glad, somebody like me wasn't in there. Cause to be honest, I would have tased his ass down to the floor. Excuse my language, but he would have been on the ground shaking. Like, everybody's like, well, how you didn't know exactly? And that's why I pray. I stay prayed up. I try to stay away from a lot of negativity. I try to keep myself and my life away from anybody that's, from that first situation I was telling you guys about with the dude pulling out the gun on the lady and, all this and that. Like, I'm trying to steer away from that type of stuff. Some of these younger generations think that that's cool. They think that that's love. They think that that's how relationships are supposed to be. Oh, girl, if he ain't hitting you, he don't love you. Well, I prefer him not to love me like that. I'm good. I'm good. If you got to swing on me for me to feel like you loving me, something wrong with me. It ain't nothing wrong with him. It's something wrong with me if I'm sitting there allowing you, saying, okay, well, all right, that means you don't love me because you ain't hit me in my face today. Do that make sense? That doesn't make sense, right? I heard somebody say this, like, we were teens. I think I was 18 or 19, getting out of high school, like, working and stuff. And this person, like, some horrible things happen. Right. Right. But it's sad because some of them are repeating what they see. And if they're not being showed the proper way to do things, that's where our kids are getting messed up at. Sometimes it does start from home, but some people be in denial that they are the people that's teaching their children to do that stuff. Well, you got to accept the part you played in it too. Because like where I work at on the beach or whatever, it's spring break time for a lot of the college students. Exactly. But you have those kids who don't have, like, they have parents, but they don't have parents. They're not there doing anything. So you have the kids that start being rebellious against what it is that they're going through. Well, hello, how are you? So that's a lot of stuff that we see today is kids being rebellious against their parents. It can be a divorce that got them in their mood. It can be their parents fighting in front of them. You know what I mean? Exactly. And that's why I love and I respect my mom to this day. And there's nobody that's not finna be disrespectful to my mom. My mom has done more than just for her kids. She's done for other people's kids. She raised other people's kids. And she's always set her life to the side trying to do for others. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I will be subscribing back to yours. Thank you. We're on here talking about this world and society and everything that's going on in it. Some disturbing stuff that I witnessed on my Facebook page. Like, it's getting outrageous. Like, where this girl is sitting in the car with her friend or whoever the girl was, and her boyfriend's over there choking her out. Then they get out the car, then he's pulling out a gun, talking about shooting up the car, and she's sitting there on Facebook Live, and she's saying that she's scared for her life, and if something happened to her, this is the guy that did it. Ay, 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 ay. Call the police, record at the same time. You can do it. But you got kids today that, their surroundings is raising them. Right, right. It's crazy how people blame social media for cheating. It's basically a playground, for different people who are looking for somebody. You know what I mean? I've realized that my oldest brother and his wife, they've been together since I was like middle school. Oh, I want to say about 17 years, probably longer. But they are not on social media. Like my brother will send us like little things from Twitter, but they're not like on social media. Like my sister-in-law used to have a Facebook. She been got out of Facebook like probably about 10, 11 years ago because it's a lot of drama on there. When I first got on Facebook, I'm posting like my hair, stuff like that. I used to post, me and my ex-husband like pictures and things we were going to do, family stuff, birthday parties, whatever. But even after that, I just stopped posting, certain things because I started realizing people that I really didn't deal with like that I probably grew up with or went to school with, like I never really have a conversation with you guys, but you're sending me a friend request. You're sitting back, lurking like some of these people are right now, on YouTube, which is cool, whatever. I'm giving the opportunity to open up, about my life and what's going on. It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? But just to know that people are clicking to send you friend requests just to know what's going on in your life, like I feel like that's crazy to me. Really. Hold on, because the thing disappears so fast. I'm not had. Right. Exactly. I mean, it's cool to, have like your family and stuff on there. And, just people that are miles and miles away or different states, you're able to post pictures of a family event or something like that, and they're able to see it and, see like certain people growing up now. Like that's what I have going on. I have my, business page and I have my personal page. And it's crazy how, you reach out or say something to certain people and then they don't reply or they never say anything, they never like anything, they never, you know what I mean, they're never interacting on your page, they're just sitting there looking, they're lurking. Soon as you delete them, you get a friend request right back. Oh, so you noticed that I deleted you, but you got the audacity to send me a friend request right back? Yeah, okay, right. I'll pass. Stay right where you are. So I have people like, oh, I sent you a friend request. You ain't have the. It's gonna stay right where it is, sweetheart. Right in that request box with the rest of the 300 people that's sitting there. No, 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 no. Like I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm laid back. I love people. I try my best to get along with people. But you have the ones that you barely deal with, like, come on now. Y'all can't say everybody y'all went to school with that you barely had a conversation with, or somebody was trying to be funny towards you, or try to nitpick or bully you, turn around and try to send you a friend request, and you're like, okay, let me accept this. Y'all probably do, but me personally, mm-mm, mm-mm. That right there, I can't do. I cannot do. I've seen like family members who have gotten into physical altercations with people who they have on their Facebook now. And when I see stuff like that, it makes me just fall back even further from that family member, because it's sad to say somewhere down that line they're going to end up clashing again. It's going to be another fight, and this time I won't be involved or nowhere around. I'm gonna hear about it. But I just, everybody, oh, well, you forgive me. Yes, I will forgive that person. That don't mean I'm gonna be buddy with them or besties with them. I'm just not. That's me. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's just me. Because it's crazy. Like I've seen a cousin of mine, and I love her dearly. She just had her second child. She graduated from college. Her two sons' father, like, he owns his own business. Like, he went and got his degree. I'm so happy for them. They travel around the world, Mexico. They're always on trips. They're going up north to, and I'm so proud of her. But at the same time, I'm looking at her friend list when she's posting stuff, and of course I'm seeing my little cousin pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, like, they're growing up so big. There's, it's like, oh, wait a minute. And I see the comment from somebody that not only fought her, but jumped her with her family members. And you got them as a friend on your page? You can miss me with that one. I am a nice, laid-back person, exactly, until you push that point. But physically putting your hands on me, you can miss me with that one. There ain't no, oh, I'm sorry about this and that and the other, and then you're on my page and we're all lovey-dovey, and you're calling my kids, my son, your little boyfriend and all this and that, but you done jump me with your people? No. Probably in the next lifetime, God blesses me, but not this lifetime. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She couldn't fight my cousin one-on-one. Right. And these people that are sending me friend requests, I've never, ever, been cool with them. But you're just on here to see what I'm doing with my life, because you don't see me out in public. Now, I'm at work. I'm at home. I've always been like that since I was younger and my sister was born. I have, my dad has 11 kids. Okay, me and my brothers are his first 3. Everybody else up under us, everybody be like, your friend. My siblings are my friends. I had a best friend. She passed away in November from fighting lupus. And I have another childhood BFF. Me and her talk occasionally as well. Then I have my god sisters. I have enough, to be able to say, well, these are my friends right here. You know what I mean? But it's hard to say, like, trusting, with people. It's scary. Because some of the same girls that I see, they be all up in each other's face, kikiing. They be up in each other men faces. And then you see them in some other female faces talking about the person they was just with. And y'all call yourself friends? Am I missing something? I'm not understanding. I'm lost right now. Like, you was just kikiing and laughing and hugging it up with this girl. Now you're over here with these girls talking about this girl. Oh no. Me, I could never be a victim to that type of situation. I done had people talking about me. I done had some girls try to jump me since I was in elementary school. They never wanted to fight me one-on-one. I've always been a laid-back, chill person. But for some reason, I've always had this envy against me. My mom, if she was on here, she'd be able to back me up on that. And I don't know, I don't understand why. Oh, you're so pretty. It is okay. You're gorgeous too. So why do you have such hatred, or why would you want to fight somebody because they're gorgeous or they have something going for themselves, which you can be doing the same thing if you're not already doing it? I don't get it. I don't understand that. Like, that's crazy to me. Me and my sister be out, we see people be like, oh my God, I like your shoes. Oh, I like your hat. Girl, your outfit's the bomb. Like, they down here, it's like they don't know how to take a compliment, because when you compliment each other down here, it's like you're trying to be funny or you're nitpicking, or you know, it's like you're saying the opposite of what you're actually saying. So they be like, I don't get a thank you, no, oh, I appreciate that, no, nothing. Okay, cool. That's whatever, you know. I'm not trying to be funny with you. I don't know you. I can care less. I'm just saying that haircut looks good on you. You're beautiful. I don't have no problem with telling somebody that. So either I'm gay or I'm being funny. I'm trying to nitpick. Why does why do those why are those the only two options? Uh, That's what I'm saying. I said on one I said on my last video with my niece that when you come down south of Florida, you get nothing but jealousy, you know, people hating on each other, bad attitudes, bad service, you know, fighting all the time, you know, they're miserable. I feel like me and my family are in the wrong state, or we're in the wrong area, because we don't act nothing like that. And I think that's where a lot of those problems come from. Because when I go up to Tallahassee, to Georgia, even in South Carolina, like those people are laid back, they're humble, you know, everybody's smiling, you know, every day ain't gonna be a peachy day, but do you have to make every day miserable, or it got to be that bad? So it's like, it's crazy. I go up there to Tallahassee, like I have no problems, you know, with nobody. Everybody's smiling, hey, how you doing? And you know, the greeting, like it makes you feel comfortable. You come down here or further down Florida, I'd be ready to fight. I'm not gonna tell y'all no lie. That's one thing I can't stand, is rudeness. I stopped going to Miami for that reason. I can't stand it. To keep me out of trouble, I stay in my lane and I stay home. I get called, you want to go do this? You want to go do that? Let me think about it. No, I'm going to curl up in my bed and watch a movie. That's about the best thing you can do to stay out of trouble. But sometimes you can bring the trouble to your home too. I try to avoid certain people in my home or coming to my home, because they have the tendencies to bring their bad vibes, their problems, their relationship problems, you know, chaos. Every time I see you, so I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I see these days, like, I'm just trying to avoid it, period, y'all. I'm just trying to avoid it, period. Like, it's crazy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I tell my sister that all the time. I'm like, listen, you know, she has two friends that she really vibe with, that she's been, like, besties with since high school. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and I've known them, you know, since they were like in middle school and stuff together, you know. But I just tell her, like, you have to be careful sometimes. You can't call everybody your friend. You know, and I've always talked, not just Mysteria, but I've talked to my other little sisters too, and told them, like, listen, even calling them your homegirls, you just got to kind of watch yourself sometimes, because, you know, with us, our hormones, the different, you know, month times, they tend to clash, you know, or you can really test it when it's a male gender coming along, unless they like the same sex, which is, that's their business. But I learned in elementary school that I didn't need no friends except for my family, because as soon as, it was a guy that transferred to our school when we were in elementary school. And all of these girls who I thought were my friends, they were like, oh my God, he's so cute and all this and that. Mind you, now, he wasn't dating anybody. He just got to our school. Within a week or two, like, somehow he clinged to me. And, he was like, you're the only person, you the only girl at this school that's not, like, falling at my feet. Like, you're not all up in my tail. You're not, trying to, like, put yourself out there to get my attention. Well, my mama didn't play. That's all I'm gonna say. My mama didn't play, and all of these hot tamales that was doing that, they all have, children, and don't get me wrong, children are blessings. I can't wait. But in elementary school, I wasn't ready. But we became, really close. Eventually, I became his girlfriend. I didn't even know, that I became his girlfriend until my friends, or until the people I thought were my friends, started acting funny towards me, started trying to pick little fights with me for no reason. I had a few cousins that went there, and they're like, oh, they just jealous because you and such and such, he chose you. Wow. Really? So that ended up being that situation. So that's something that I had to learn from, as a child a long time ago. You can't trust everybody that you bring in your circle. You have to kind of narrow it down at a certain point and know who you're dealing with. So, I mean, I wish that I can save a lot of these young ones from those type of situations, but unfortunately, they're going to do what they want to do. So, oh, she real rude. Oh, she is real rude, y'all. She's coming to grab her food. Get out of my video, Mysteria. You going to have a candlelight dinner? Where are you taking the Chinese food?
I don't know. I got people in the club. I'm trying to do. That ain't great, man.
Oh. Y'all pray for Mysteria.
I talk to my mom.
You talk to Mom? I talk to her all day.
She said,
Oh, Jesus. This girl has my niece and her friends sitting in the car, and she's in here eating. Where are they? Why?
Oh, my girl's in the car.
So what are you doing in here right now? Pray for her. Pray, that's all I can say. Pray for her. Well, I tell you. But I had a wonderful time talking to you guys. I had to jump on, at least, show you guys some more love, just in case I can't record a video next week, because it's about that time that things are getting crazy at work. But I want you guys to know that I love you. I appreciate you for your time. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for you new subscribers, and I will not forget to subscribe to your page as well. Continue to watch my journey. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Hopefully we ain't gonna have no more of this craziness going on, because that video really freaked me out yesterday. But stay blessed, you guys. I will continue to pray